Hello and welcome to this bonus video for Let's Play Splatterhouse. Today we're going to be looking at something here in the collectibles menu. We're going to be taking a look at the first few entries in the journal, which I had assumed was kind of a throwaway feature considering the unsavory nature of the album, which is just a viewer for pictures of Jennifer we have unlocked. Rather, the journal is populated with unique journal entries written by Dr. Henry West and narrated by his voice actor. They're surprisingly well written and provide a lot of backstory, so let's take a look at the first batch. Enjoy.
From the Journal of Dr. Henry West, Arkham, 1756.
Was it only 4 years ago that I first stepped ashore at Boston Harbor, with my beloved bride, Lenora, at my side?
She is dead now,
Taken by cholera.
The surgeon's hands saved hundreds in the outbreak that swept through the colonies. Yet I failed to prevent the death of my own wife. Tonight, God willing, I will join her. To take one's own life is a mortal sin, but perhaps I can lead his hand. Poison shall be my nepenthe. I leave my estate to the people of Arkham. This mansion has become a house of horror. In time, may it become known as a place of healing, and stand as a memorial to her beauty and grace. L'amour triomphe de l'amour. It seems the good Lord is not yet ready to accept me, nor to forgive my sins. For as I lay at the threshold to the eternal abyss, an angel spoke to me, his face a pale mask of serenity. His message: she doesn't have to die. I returned from that dark place with knowledge of a means by which to arrest time's advances upon the flesh, and the promise that, God willing, science might one day restore Lenora to life. My rational mind tells me it was a delusion, born of the laudanum I took, nothing more. And yet, the apparition had spoken the truth. She lies perfectly preserved now, serene as if sleeping, like some princess in a grim tale. She shall sleep enough for the both of us. I must go to work. From the Journal of Dr. Henry West.
The war against the British continues. General Washington hails me as a hero and credits me with saving the lives of many of his troops through my skills as a surgeon. All that matters, though, is the knowledge I can glean from the shattered and bloody bodies that are laid out before me. They will be the textbooks from which I will learn the secrets of life and death. I have learned so much in the last 20 years of study, but my beloved Lenora remains perfect but lifeless, while I continue to age. I fear that the secrets I seek will not be easily discovered in the span of one normal human lifetime. I have exhausted all possible sources of knowledge in the fledgling nation of these United States. With the limited resources available to me in the Americas, I have already achieved some small success in my experiments into the reanimation of dead matter, a scientific discipline that I have come to call necrobiology. It is my belief that further advances may be made through close study of some of the knowledge contained within the countless libraries and universities of Europe. For I think that this may not be a new science at all, but a very old one previously dismissed as necromancy. I leave my beloved Lenora behind me, preserved in a catacomb beneath a large plot of land I have purchased outside Arkham. She will remain there, safe and hidden, until I return.
From the Journal of Dr. Henry West.
At last, a breakthrough. After scouring Europe in search of the crumbs of knowledge I required, I found the last few vital pieces I needed here, in Edinburgh, where I first studied to be a physician decades ago. What I have found is not a means of restoring life, but of prolonging it. Armed with this new knowledge, I will be able to extend my life far beyond its natural limit, allowing me to work tirelessly to achieve my goal. Wherever I go, I am driven out, pursued by angry mobs and rumors of witchcraft and murder. These ignorant fools! It is not witchcraft I practice, but science. And does not science require sacrifice? War again, as the great European powers take to the field against each other. I care not for the petty squabbles of nations and conquerors. All that matters is the work, and the advancement of my knowledge of the frailties of human flesh, and the ways in which it can be surgically altered and improved upon. Surgery is the key to the restoration of life. I feel sure of it now. A few more decades, a few more wars, and my scalpel blade will finally cut through to find the secret knowledge that I know is hidden within these maimed and bloodied forms. It is time for Henry West, M.D., to leave Arkham once more. I've been here too long, and rumors are beginning to circulate, drawing attention to my apparently unaging appearance. I have already laid the groundwork for my eventual return. A nephew has been mentioned, Howard Phillips West, a surgeon and man of science, like myself. A decade or two from now, he will come to Arkham to claim the inheritance left to him by his now late uncle. I leave my beloved Lenora resting in the secret place within the chapel I have built for her, where I know she will patiently await my return.
From the Journal of Dr. Henry West. The Crimean Peninsula, 1854.
Europe is at war again, providing me with more surgical fodder for my work. Humanity concerns itself with death. I am concerned with life, with reversing the effects of death, and restoring my beloved Lenora to my side, with conquering death itself.
From the Journal of Dr. Henry West. Georgia, 1864. Arkham is a distant memory, and my image of Lenora has grown indistinct. Yet still I can vividly recall the scent of her hair and the warmth of her lips. I know she waits for me still. Almost a century has passed since I began my search. I've seen wars, famine, empires rise and fall, and so much suffering. My experiences have led me to explore realms I would once have dismissed as superstition and fancy. Now at last my journey is over. At last I have the means to restore my beloved to life. I return to West Mansion and my love. The house shall soon be alive once more with the infectious sound of Lenora's joyful laughter. Disaster! I am a fool. Lenora has returned, a ghoulish, screeching, drooling thing. She watches without seeing, through blind eyes older than time. I keep her restrained for her own benefit. In rare moments of lucidity, she is herself again, and begs that I set her free. It is a ruse, as I have already learned to my cost. Yet perversely, these fleeting instances give me cause for hope. We're close, my love, so close. I must go. She is hungry. Lenora slipped her chains once more last night. I found her at dawn on the outskirts of Arkham, her face bloodied, her beautiful ivory wedding gown stained black with gore. And this time, clutched tightly in her hands, were the shattered remains of a porcelain doll. Oh, God! The children! From the Journal of Dr. Henry West, Cambridge, 1866. What devilry is this? I have been sent to Cambridge on a wild goose chase by Arkham's magistrate. The patient did not keep our appointment. His house is deserted. 2 days of travel have been for naught. I cannot shake this dread feeling deep in my heart that something is terribly amiss. 6 o'clock. Too exhausted to sleep. The sun rises, today as every other. Yet something has forever changed. I feel not its warm embrace. I cannot yet make sense of this madness. I write this account of last night only to convince myself of its irrevocable outcome. My heart is dead. Lenora is no more.